Welcome back to the J Bravado Show. And do we have a show for you today? Do we? Of course we do. And on today's episode, we're going to be talking about Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish. I know some of you guys remember her from music and sometimes fashion. I'm not here to downplay Billie Eilish or talk trash about Billie Eilish. This is not about that. This is not about deframing her. This is not about minimizing her talent. I'm here today to talk about why the Grammys felt disconnected from the people who used to watch them and love them. Okay? We're talking about that today. We're going to get into, unfortunately, the politics of the Grammys. See, we have people right now that are acting as activists, but they're in a different lane. They're in a different field, a different career. You know? The first video that I'm going to play for you guys is Scott Jennings. Scott Jennings is the numero uno. He's the number one. That was a little bit of Espanol for the legal immigrants. Okay, all right, anyway. But what I'm saying is Scott Jennings put the hammer to the nail on this display of calling a hypocrite, all right? One moment, we're going to watch the video, and I'm going to get right back to you guys. This is amazing. First of all, I've never seen anything like this a day in my life where someone is a politician, but they really actually do music, right? So she's a music star, but turned politician, right? So that's a no-go. That's a no-go. We can't have a music star turned politician. We just want to hear her do music. We want to hear the lovely songs that she does, and that's all that we really want to do. And I know you guys want to hear me be quiet, so you can watch the video, and that's exactly what we're going to do on the J Bravado Show. Go ahead and roll the clip. Roll it.
Communists like Billie Eilish, who profits handsomely, I might add. What does she mean by stolen land? Radical communists like Billie Eilish, who profits handsomely, I might add, from American capitalism, believe that America was stolen from the Native Americans, meaning that we have no right to enforce laws today, chiefly immigration laws. By the way, Billie Eilish lives in a $14 million mansion in Los Angeles on property that was once inhabited by the Tongva tribe. So far as we can tell, she hasn't taken any steps to return her mansion and surrounding property to its rightful owners, but we'll keep you posted. People like Billie Eilish are, of course, stupid, but what she says has influence, and what she means is that she doesn't believe the United States actually exists as a legal entity, as a nation. Oh, and you know something else? When Billie Eilish was in Ireland recently, she actually said this to her audience. Cut 7.
Well, as you guys know, I'm Irish, so it's cool to be here. Obviously, I am not from here, obviously, but it's really cool to come somewhere and like everybody looks exactly like you.
Oh, really? A white American telling a foreign audience she likes to go places where everyone looks like her? Sounds kind of racist to me.
According to a local tribe out in California, she built her mansion on property that belongs to Native Americans. We talked to the Tongva tribe out in Southern Cal, who says she's living on their property, saying this in part, as the first people of the greater Los Angeles basin, we do understand that her home is situated on our ancestral land. Eilish hasn't contacted her tribe directly regarding her property. So back in 2020, comedian Ricky Gervais was ahead of this. He said, please do not get up here and use the stage as a platform for politics, saying in part, you're in no position to lecture the public about anything. You know nothing about the real world. Most of you spent less time in school than Greta Thunberg. Now mocking Grammy winners because he said they're doing it again, saying they're still not listening. So celebrities had their pins on that said ice out at the Grammys, but DHS says while they were kind of complaining on stage, Their team was arresting people in Minnesota, dozens of people who they say were in the country illegally, like sex offenders, child abusers, and criminals convicted of assault, according to DHS. And it's not the first time Billie Eilish has called out ICE, okay? She says that the agency is a terrorist organization and is called to defund the police, but it's the same police she called back in 2023 when investigators say someone broke into her California home. So we'll see what she has to say about it now.
Right. We're going to see exactly how that works out for Billie Eilish in the end. When you defund the police and those are the people that's here to ultimately help you, then I don't know what is wrong. I can't figure out what's the mental disconnection. When you have just say for instance you're driving with your brakes and everything's in great condition, your engine is in great condition, and your transmission and your windshield wipers, your back lights, everything is in great condition per the state inspection. You have a state inspection sticker now. Your backup lights, everything is working perfectly fine. But for some reason, you say, hey, hey guys, I feel better if you take those brakes off of my car. I'll feel a little bit more safe if you just remove those brakes. Because when I back up, I make a sudden stop. When I back up, I feel unsafe. Instead of saying when I back up, those brakes are so good it almost jerked me a little bit. Those are excellent brakes. I love my brakes. I want to keep them. It's not about brakes. It's about common sense, okay? It's not about those brakes. It's about just pure logic and common sense. You don't have to have a scientific brain like, a doctor or PhD or anything like that. You can just have a regular, I can go cut my light switch on and brush my teeth in the morning type of brain. You know what I'm saying? You can have that type of brain. So you don't look all crazy when you come outside and start to speak to people with a, normal type of brain. Let's roll this clip.
Detonated the night with the joke.
Here you go.
Keep it going for Rosé and Bruno Mars. That's how you kick off a show with their smash hit, Apata, which is nominated tonight for Record and Song of the Year. And with that, we have officially kicked off the 68th Annual Grammy Awards. And by the way, fun fact for everyone in the room and at home, Apata is actually inspired by a Korean drinking game, right? Where you stack your hands on top of each other, someone shouts a number, you count up, and then if your hand hits that number, you drink. Yeah, that's way more complicated than the drinking game we have in America.
Listening to this guy makes me feel like I played that game just now, literally. But let's find out what he's talking about. When he gets in the crowd, it goes out of control. It gets out of control and it goes haywire. When he just starts to talk, he starts to babble, starts to become so liberal that he can't even make sense anymore.
How times have changed. And as usual, this room is packed with the biggest names in music. I mean, just look for yourself. Just look at this room right here. Look at this, everyone around here. Look at this room. I mean, we've got royalty in the house. Queen Latifah, Your Majesty. So good to see you. As always, look at, man.
I'm not being political. I'm not saying I love Queen Latifah, but since we're here, since we have to take it here, then isn't she a part of the LGBTQ community? All right, so she fits in.
We got the legendary Jamie Foxx, Grammy winner.
Liberal, he fits in.
Oscar winner, huh? The man who owes me a pickleball rematch. I see you. Congrats on the new song, by the way. Congrats on this. He's back in the mix. There's so many stars in this room. I feel like I'm at Jeff Bezos' wedding, but with way more black people. You know what I mean? We got Tyler, the Creator. Oh, look at this. Tyler, the
I mean, that was racist in itself, but let's go. Let's continue.
Creator.
LGBTQ community.
One of my favorite human beings, one of my favorite promoters. 6 nominations tonight, including Album of the Year. Good luck with that. Who else do we have? We got Pharrell. Are you kidding me right now? Look at this. Pharrell, look at this man. Look at this man. Look at, what is he even wearing? I don't even know what fabric. Can I touch it? I don't even know how this works. Pharrell Williams nominated and being honored tonight. And can I...
Also, I just want to make just a general statement. It's a blanket statement. If you're a grown man, if you're over the age of, I don't know, 17, 19. Why don't you just not have those teeth? I don't know. Am I being judgmental? You guys let me know in the comment section. Are those working? If you're 52 years old, are they working for him? He doesn't really look 52 years old. I have to say that. I have to give him that he does not look 52 years old by any measure. But I say that if you are 52 and you have to make an example for your youth, then why would you have those in your mouth? It's a new year. Hey, I'm old school, but I'm young.
Just say, this is too much fashion for one section. All of this happening right here. Yeah, Tyler owns his own fashion label. Pharrell is the creative director of Louis Vuitton, which reminds me, do you have discount codes? Is that like a thing that you do? Is that, you know, it's fine. We'll chat later. We'll chat. Oh, shout out to Clips. I mean, come on. How can it, are you kidding me? One of hip-hop's finest duo. Huh? Already winners today, by the way. Congratulations and good luck for the further nominations. Who else have we got in the room? Man, I saw him on the red carpet, one of the nicest human beings, one of the funniest people I've ever met, just naturally oozing with charisma. Jelly Roll in the house, everybody. Look at this man. Great music, phenomenal face tattoos. I always wonder, can you unlock Teddy Swims' phone? Have you ever tried? Have you ever tried? You should try. Just pull the phone out. Just try and unlock it. See if it works. Those faces, try it. You let me know how it goes. And what an honor. Look.
Okay. Oh boy. Can we zoom in on his fingernails? Let's zoom in on that really quickly. What? Come on, guys. What are we doing here? What are we doing? What are we actually doing here? Where you have to paint your, maybe it's rock and roll. Once again, I'm out of the loop. Hey, you know what I mean? This could be some type of rock and roll gesture. I don't know. I remember they used to have a couple, maybe one or two black finger tips.
Look at this over here. Ladies and gentlemen, we have country music legend Reba McEntire in the house. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? Looking fancy, man. And not just in the room, Reba will also be on stage performing for the first time ever on the Grammy stage. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here. Who else do we have? Look, just look at this room. Who else do we got? Oh, Justin Bieber, ladies and gentlemen. Justin Bieber is back in the house. Huh? Look at this. Over the last few years, this young man has done so many amazing things. Are you kidding me? His album Swag nominated 4 Grammy nominations. And I think better than any Grammy, he's come back as a new dad. Congratulations to both of you. Yes, that's right, yeah. My personal favorite thing that Justin Bieber has done over the past year is he told Apple to move the dictation button on the keyboard. Hero, Justin. Now I just need you to tell them to make a new feature where when you search on your phone, it finds things. Please, Justin, we need you. And by the way, Haley, do you have a discount code for the lip tint? I just need, you know what, it's fine. We'll talk later. We'll talk later. We got so many people. If I stop at every single table, this show would never end. Would never end. Because, I mean, look at we got Miley Cyrus. Is that you hiding in the corner with the leather jacket? Miley Cyrus?
I don't know.
Bad Bunny's in the building. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What? I can't believe it. This is what? Billie Eilish and Phineas.
By the way, on Super Bowl day, you guys, are you participating? Do you know anything about what Kid Rock is doing? We're going to all participate, hopefully, under the sound of my voice. We're all going to participate in the protest, the legal protest of the Super Bowl. We'll be watching Kid Rock on Rumble, I think, and maybe even YouTube will share it. Maybe I'll stream it live on the Jay Ravato show. I'll stream it live on the Jay Ravato show, yeah.
Yes.
I'll stream it.
The most talented siblings in the world are here, people. Every other parent is like, what are my kids doing? Nothing with their lives. We got John Legend in the house. Oh, man. Every single person here, John Legend, Billie Eilish, Phineas. Nicki Minaj is not here. She is not here. She is still at the White House with Donald Trump discussing very important issues. Actually, Nikki, I have the biggest ass. I have it. Everybody's saying it, Nikki. I know they say it's you, but it's me.
So this is what I'm talking about. All of these people are related to Hillary Clinton in some type of way. I'm pretty sure that these 90% of the people that's right between right here. 90%. Wait, I can even go over. I can maybe go in the back. Maybe I can just circle the whole congregation here of devil worshipers. I mean, I don't even think that these people think that he's funny. She doesn't. She doesn't think it's funny. I don't think it's funny either. All right? Roll the clip.
Wop, wop, wop. Look at it. Look at it, baby.
Jennifer Hudson is in the house.
What an embarrassment. Right? So what are we talking about here? We're talking about politics. We're talking about Nicki Minaj. But we're not talking about the Grammys too much now. Do you understand how much that can backfire on you? Not so much Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj is going to be fine. She has a career that's cemented and implanted. Okay? She has a career that has already established itself, and you don't have to worry about that. You understand? You don't have to worry about her being lost and not getting any more record sales. You don't have to worry about that because she's going to get record sales. She's going to still strive, just in a different world, or maybe even still in rap. Who wants to rap? Who wants to really
talk
rap?
about
Guys, come
not
on.
getting positive press?
Who?
She is being attacked by the media, by Hollywood, by the music industry at the Grammys, all for daring to speak out about the plight of Christians and for pledging her support to President Trump. And we've got here Cardi B claiming that it's actually her, Cardi B, that the White House is obsessed with. Apparently they watch and observe everything she does.
Okay, no.
There's a president that he knows that I'm never supported him and stuff like that. And it's like, I be feeling like, I know the White House watches my
You have a platform.
Yes, I have a big platform.
Nobody cares. I forgot that there was a Cardi B. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know she had a song or two. At one point, you remember Bad Bunny and her, and they had they had that song out, and it was really, really popular. It was really famous. I think my daughter liked it. I don't know, but I don't like her. I don't like her. Why? Well, what do you mean? I don't like her because what do you mean? I can't tell you why I don't like her because I don't want to get banned from YouTube and X and anything else, but
So it's like, I know they watch it. They listen to what I say.
read in between the lines. Okay?
I might not say it the prettiest way, you know what I'm saying?
He's an idiot. I said it.
But I know they listen to what I say. I have to speak the lesser evil. I can't. And people thought it was funny. People made fun of my accent. People made fun of my speech. People
made fun of you in general because you are an idiot. You're in the wrong realm. See, what Nicki Minaj is doing is very smart, sharp, and tactical. It's strategic, I would say. But personally, what you're doing, this is an opinionated statement, but what you're doing, I think right now is as productive as your hairdo.
People this and that. And it's like, y'all gonna see what's funny. Ain't funny right now, isn't it? It's really tough out here.
Are things really that bad,
They're
Alex?
really,
Are you
yeah.
struggling in
They're
the
tough.
great state of Texas?
They're tough.
You know, I'm doing okay, and I'm very thankful for it. But Rita, you know what makes me upset about this clip is that before 2016, every single rapper loved Donald Trump. They all rapped about him. They all wanted to be like Trump. Nelly has a famous line about wanting to be like Trump. And so all of a sudden he becomes the president, and they realize that they have to create this narrative that they never liked Trump or they don't like Trump. So she's just being very disingenuous. And I respect Nicki Minaj for actually calling it like she sees it and just being honest. And she knows that she's going to get attacked for having that opinion. And to be honest, the more they attack somebody, the bigger and stronger that person gets. So I really respect Nicki. And I didn't even really, love her music all that much. I mean, of course, I've listened to it a little bit, but now I'm a big Nicki Minaj fan. So it's just kind of crazy. The more they try to cancel someone, I think, it has a reverse effect where actually they gain a lot more fans.
Yeah, well,
Definitely.
Well, her records have hit the top of the charts again, but I think it's the courage that people admire also. Even people like me who don't care for celebrity opinions and think they should stay in their lane. When someone like Nicki Minaj comes forward, she's going to be living skin in the game. She's going to pay a price for anything she says politically. It's not like the left where all you're going to get is adulation and more applause from your colleagues and get more roles.
Right.
For someone like Nicki Minaj to speak out, we saw at the Grammys, you know, they did everything to try to embarrass her and mock her in her absence. Now, before you go, they have cancelled another comic. Ben Bankers had 6 sold-out shows in Minnesota before it was all cancelled, Alex, because he joked about Renee Good. So that's still happening. I thought cancel culture was over.
Well, just going back to my last statement, Ben Bankis is one of the hottest comedians out right now. Ben is a friend of mine, and he's hilarious. And so that cancellation actually got him a bunch of good publicity. And just imagine yourself as a viewer and you hear, oh, this comedian got canceled. It kind of makes you want to go see him even more. So the more they try to cancel him, the more they try to cancel Nicki Minaj, the bigger they get.
Most definitely. I agree with that 100%.
That is actually precisely what's happening.
I have to tell you that basically, if they thought they could cancel America in general, because what's going on right now is America supports being safe. No matter what the polls say, no matter what anyone says, if you ask your neighbor to your left or your right, do they want to be safe inside of their community? They would tell you yes, undoubtedly, unless they're crazy. This is a fact, okay? America in itself has not lost its mind completely yet. It's on the way. Huh? It's on the way because of her. It's on the way because of people like her. That's why it's on the way. It's on the way. Yeah. Yep. It is on the way. All right. But some people don't agree with the bull, the malarkey. Some people don't agree with it. And you want to know who doesn't agree with it? These 2 young ladies right here. Roll it.
At the Grammys, here's sports reporter Emily Austin refusing to stand up and applaud anti-ICE statements.
Standing ovation for ICE out. I'm going to sit down. You should all be ashamed of yourself. We love America. I love our law enforcement.
Now, in that room, in that industry, that takes real courage, Kosha.
It really does. And it's, I think, in large part possible because she is independent, even.
Definitely. And once again, it takes courage to be Nicki Minaj. It takes courage to be someone with common sense nowadays. You can't even really wear a cross on your neck because Don Lemon has this thing called MAGA coded, and now if you walk around looking like a conservative, you may get attacked because they might think you support ICE, which 90% or 99.9% or 100% of the conservatives do. If you're a conservative, you support ICE. If you don't support ICE, we just have to talk about it, okay? Put it down in the chat. We'll talk about it. We'll get you some counseling, some therapy, because what is really wrong with you? If you don't think that ICE should be out there stomping around, making America great again, safe again, not full of criminals again, or maybe ever. And this may be history for some places. This may be history for some states. Right? This may be a historic moment for Minneapolis if they would have just complied and went with the process complicitly. I almost didn't correct that, but we're live. You know what I'm saying? It's not making sense anymore. The math isn't mathing. Whatever you guys want to say, it doesn't make any sense anymore. Huh? Why would that make sense to you? How does that make sense to you? That question is not for the people with intelligence. I wouldn't even ask you that. I wouldn't insult your intelligence as such. I wouldn't do that in such a way. But for the people that I wonder about sometimes, why is the question? You don't have to give me an immediate answer because it seems like you guys don't have an immediate answer when that question is asked as to why do you guys behave that way? Why do you guys not want protection? Why do you guys not support ICE? Why do you guys want to have your kids in danger when they walk outside? Why? I remember I was watching CNN, not for anything, but just to bring common sense to a situation where there is no common sense and then share it with you guys. I saw Abby Phillips and she kept asking why to a question that was already answered, and the answer to the question that was asked, the question was irrelevant. The action was the behavior that Don Lemon was doing when he impeded the church and the worship of the service and the servants of God. Right? It's a problem. It's a problem when you do that. And I'm pretty sure they violated the FACE Act, okay? And this is what's going on. This is what's happening. And that's what you guys are going to have to be held accountable for. I'm not going to talk your head off. This is just a little brief overview of what's going on and how I feel about it. But like I said, I'm not going to talk you to death. I'm going to let you guys know. I'm going to let you in on a secret. Here's the secret. Hollywood is crazy, all right? Bill Maher is a flip-flopper, okay? He's a flip-flopper, right? But even sometimes, even the sun shines in the darkest areas. This is what I'm going to show you guys. Sometimes the least expected can happen. And that always happens with Bill Maher. He always brings the least expected because he's a flip-flopper. So you never know where he's standing. You don't know where Bill Maher is going to be on a topic. How does he really feel about that topic? But in this instance, he has Joe from the morning show, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and the topic comes up. And he kind of makes sense a little bit, just a little bit. Roll it.
Trump after declaring herself his #1 fan. Are you a Nicki Minaj fan?
I like her music.
You do?
Yeah.
Look at that. See?
Okay. We're not going to just roll it with no sound, right? I said roll it and nothing happened. What was that about? Hold on, let's go back, guys. One moment, please. Because we're not going to just have a moment where we can't hear it.
People just didn't know you.
That's not how we're going to do that at all. Isn't this ridiculous? Because we're going to have sound. Let's find it right here because it's crazy. That is outrageous. But anyway, you guys let me know what you think in the comment section about Bill Maher and how he is shifty. And how do you feel about the Hollywood politics? Because now Hollywood has injected itself, intertwined with politics, and they're letting everybody know how stupid they really, really are.
Office were the perfect.
We get some sound on here, and I'm going to find out what's going on that other page. But right now, here we go. This is Bill Maher, Marjorie Taylor Greene, and the guy Morning Joe.
Okay. Okay, what does the panel make of Nicki Minaj bragging about getting a gold card from Trump after declaring herself his #1 fan? Are you a Nicki Minaj fan?
I like her music.
You do?
Yeah.
Look at that. See, people just didn't know you, Marjorie. They didn't know.
Right, she's not an idiot too much. Sometimes she makes idiotic statements and idiotic decisions, but she's not 100% idiotic. Not a 100%. We just have to, I don't know what we're going to do with Marjorie. She has to figure out what she wants in life and how does she want to accommodate her life in the future, because right now it seems like she doesn't really know. That's why she's on the Bill Maher show and they're laughing and they pretty much agree on everything.
Really? I have no idea. I would think you would have been listening to country music, which you might also.
I do like country music as well.
And Nicki Minaj.
Sure. Why not?
She likes all kind of music.
That's
I do too.
There you go.
Right. So what do you think? But I'm wondering if Nikki's fan base is going to be okay with this. You know.
No.
Yeah. Anyway, what's the question? What does the panel make of this?
Well, I mean, first of all, I think people in the Trump administration said the gold card is not what she thinks the gold card is. So I don't even think she has.
Okay, so what he's going to do, he's about to embarrass himself and let everyone know that he does not know what the gold card means, what it is, and what it consists of. That's why he has an inquisitive face on, and he's about to make a statement. Have you ever heard of being loud and wrong? Right.
The real deal. So it's going to be fascinating. We'll watch this space because I
think it's good whenever people get out of their boxes. I really do. Yeah. I mean, I just think it's good when the message goes out. We don't all have to follow. We don't all wear pink on Wednesday. Okay. Right. For whatever reason. Measles cases have reached a 30-year high with a fast-growing outbreak in South Carolina. Are anti-vax voices in the government like RFK Jr. responsible? Well, yeah.
The question answers itself.
Well, yeah.
It's insanity. I mean, you know, his kids all had the 4, 5, 6 vaccines.
Yeah. Exactly. That was the minimum you could say about Nicki Minaj. But we have so much more to say about Billie Eilish. Why? Because she's living on Indian land.
Or any pool. People to say, well, if you're living on stolen social media accounts, I'm Alexis, I'm a reporter here, and we're talking about all things Grammys. And even if you didn't watch the Grammys, I didn't, I can tell you that, I bet you know what Billie Eilish said. One of the big things that she talked about was how no one is illegal on stolen land. But the question has now prompted people to say, well, if you're living on stolen land, you know, if everyone's living on all this stolen land, then why don't you give up your big mansion out in Los Angeles? Because you built it on land that belongs to a native tribe there. So we know this because we reached out to this tribe. So we talked to them. It's called the Tongva tribe out in Southern Cal. They said this, according to Fox. I'm going to read it to you guys because they're responding. They told me, as the first people of the greater LA basin, we do understand that Billie Eilish's home is situated in our ancestral land. They also said that she never contacted them when she was building this nice mansion out there in Southern Cal. Looks pretty nice. Looks like it has a nice pool. And so people are saying, you know, why do we take advice or any politics advice or listen to anything about politics from these celebrities? You know, we want to hear about the Grammys. We don't want to hear about what Billie Eilish thinks, you know, about ICE. And so that was kind of the main thing. I thought it was interesting because I cover a lot of protests, and I was in Minneapolis for a while, and the no one is illegal on stolen land was something I heard from all the protesters. So it was almost like, am I listening to the Grammys speeches afterward, right, or I was listening to anti-ICE protesters? But yeah, there was a bunch of different celebrities that called for it. It wasn't just Billie Eilish, but I did think it was interesting too, since we've been looking into this, not just the stolen land comments, not just the tribe responding, but it's also interesting that Eilish has really never been shy about her beliefs for calling out law enforcement. Back in 2020, she talked about how they should defund the police. She was one of the celebrities that said that then. And then It's the same police, though, that she called in 2023 when investigators say some guy broke into her house out in LA. So she called to defund the police, but then she called the police when she needed help. So I think a lot of people, at least, regular Americans, you look at it for the fashion. You want to see what these people are wearing at the Grammys. You want to hear what they have to say about getting some big award. It's a huge honor a lot of the time, to get any award, especially one of that level. But I don't think most people that I've talked to really want to get their political advice from Billie Eilish, but whatever floats your boat. So, since we're talking about the story and we're doing reporting on it, I'm going to multitask and we're going to pull up some questions from you guys. So, let's see what people are writing in about the Billie Eilish situation. So, was the tribe upset that she failed to mention them by name during her speech? Yeah, that's exactly what they said. They said, thank you that she's bringing attention to this issue, but it'd be nice if you gave us a little shout out. It's almost like when you take someone's information or you take someone's post and you share it yourself and they're like, why didn't you tag me? That's how they felt. They said, why haven't we heard from anybody, in Hollywood about this? They said that they've had better relationships now than before. Some of these leaders in Hollywood and at the Grammys to kind of put a light on their tribe and how they were indigenous and the first ones in the LA basin. But yeah, they'd like to hear from her. They reached out to her now, according to the tribe. But it is interesting to have this big celebrity who's worth, millions of dollars living in this really fancy house in LA say no one is illegal on stolen land. The land in America has all just been taken unjustly. And then you look at where she lives.
We still have to have borders. All right. Okay. We have to have borders. Why? Because if we did not have borders, then we have people coming in here that are doing what they're pretty much doing right now. That's why Donald Trump is trying to stop it. But if we didn't have any borders, and if we acted upon what Billie Eilish is saying, then, well, yeah, there will be much crime. There will be much more kidnapping and so on and so forth that we all know about by now. So what I want to do is I want to play this video from Hollywood because Hollywood is freaking out. They're going crazy. Once again, I don't understand why they're anti-ICE, they're anti-smarts, they're anti-anything common sense this moving in their direction. I don't understand it. We're going to watch this video and maybe they can explain it to you. Maybe we can figure it out together on the Jay Ravato Show. Roll it.
To come to Trump's America and perform there because it was unsafe. But he is in America collecting awards and talking crap.
I'm going to say eyes out.
What? How about you get to step in? How about you?
We're not savage, we're not animals, we're not aliens, we are humans and we are Americans.
Well, you see, if you're talking about Americans in America legally, then they have absolutely nothing to fear from ICE. But these dim-witted celebs seem not to be able to differentiate between legal and illegal immigrants, including the dude in the number 4 spot of our lefties losing it at the Grammys, Shabuzi, who was in tears as he deliberately confused illegal and legal migrants.
Immigrants built this country, literally. So this is for them, for all children of immigrants. This is also.
Is he crying because he got a Grammy, or is he crying because he doesn't know what he's talking about?
For those who came to this country in search of better opportunity, to be a part of a nation that promised freedom for all and equal opportunity to everyone willing to work for it. Thank you for bringing your culture, your music, your stories, and your traditions here. You give America color. I love y'all so much. Thank you.
Okay.
In the number 3 spot is a rapper I've never heard of before who had plenty to say on the red carpet and on stage. Here is Kalani.
I really wanted to say but I think they needed some.
Wait. Is she illegal or illegal? Is she a non-citizen or is she a citizen? I hear a little picante.
Couth on the carpet or something. I'm a little couthless, ruthless. But I think everybody we're too powerful of a group to all be in the room at the same time.
Yeah, get her. She admitted it. All right, on camera. She's couthless and ruthless, untamed. She's unable to be managed. Okay, I don't know how she got where she is. I'm pretty sure it's something to do with being couthless and ruthless. Thank you.
And not make some kind of statement in our country. So yeah, it's brainless to me.
Everybody's inspired to join together as a community of artists and speak out against what's going on. And I'm gonna leave this and say, ICE.
Now to the coveted number 2 position, and it's Billie Eilish with one of the dumbest statements ever uttered on stage.
This is what we're here
She
for.
claims here that nobody is.
This is what we're here for. This final statement to close out the show. I'll be right back. I promise. I just got to close out this live because YouTube is not going to do the algorithm right. Okay, if the video is too long, they won't. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share so we can please get the algorithm to tap in so we can get more views so I can get where I need to be. And I need to be about 1 million views into the bracket. So that way I can monetize correctly. Here's Billie Eilish. Here she is.
Illegal on stolen land. If you don't believe in borders, Billy, then how can anyone be on stolen land? Think about it. And it's all well and good to spew such absurd platitudes when you live in a mansion behind big walls and gates with armed security nearby. Watch here as the simpletons in the crowd, including Sabrina Carpenter, clap like trained seals at Billy's profoundly stupid words.
Oh, it's crazy.
No one is illegal on stolen land.
No one is illegal on stolen land. No one is illegal on stolen land. Except for the illegals.
And yeah,
Billy, the borders, Billie Eilish, the borders. So that's why we have the borders. The borders. However you want me to say it, I can put it in any slang you want me to. I can sing it to you. The borders, the borders. We have to have them, the borders. If we don't have the borders, then we're going to be out of order.
it's just really hard to know what to say and what to do right now.
It's hard to know what to say. She went on to say F ice, just so brave and so profound. But she's not number one because this next dude, the host of the Grammys.
That was number one for me. It was the most idiotic statement, but maybe it wasn't.
Wins for saying something so silly that he could see him sued for defamation and financially ruined. Not sure this joke was worth a likely lawsuit, Trevor Noah.
That is a Grammy that every artist wants, almost as much as Trump wants Greenland. Which makes sense. I mean, because Epstein's island is gone, he needs a new one to hang out with Bill Clinton, so...
And that cheap...
Yeah. I have yet to even see anything that was funny from this guy, Trevor Noah. I don't know anything that's funny about him. I haven't seen any comedy from this guy. I don't watch it. I don't like liberal TV. So with that being said, he's probably going to be gone soon. And they brought him on the Grammys because they know that he's going to be like that. They know he's a liberal. They know he's going to hit the mark on their agenda. And their agenda is to basically say F ICE and get ICE out of Minneapolis, Minnesota, just like Tim Waltz is saying. But why would they say that when Minneapolis, Minnesota is going through a tumultuous time such as this one? The people of Minneapolis, Minnesota have yet, the majority of them, the ones that are fighting ICE, they have yet to establish the reasoning behind their wants. They want something. They want ICE out. I understand that. They want ICE out of their city. Right? Okay. But I can't figure out why would you want the people that are trying to clean up your city, get the fraud out, get the Somalian fraud out, the even it's not just African American people that you're thinking, and it's of course if they're African American people, they're not going to get deported, they're not going to get sent out of here. It's not just brown, black, and brown. I don't know who's creating that narrative and telling you guys that. It's not that. It's probably CNN that's telling you that, but it's not that. What it really is that they're getting people that are illegally in the country, like even Canadians, even people from the UK. They're getting them out of here. Okay, so that's what's going on. It's nothing that you guys are thinking that it really is, and that's why you need to stop watching mass media. That's my 2 cents on that 100%. That's what I think. I mean, why else would anybody fight their protection? Why would they do that? What would make you fight your protection? I don't understand. If you have someone that's willing to lose their life for you in order for you to be protected in the near future, then why would you want them out? Now, I do understand the uproar about Renee. I understand that you guys, are baffled that someone who tried to run over a law enforcement agent was shot. I know you're baffled. No one wanted her to die. I know I did not, and everyone around me. We hate the fact that she passed away. Right? No one likes that. No one wishes death upon anyone. We don't want her to die. We want her to be healthy, safe, and conscious of her actions and decisions. And because she's a teacher and possibly has other people that's looking up to her, why not be an example? And that goes for Billie Eilish and everybody else in Hollywood. If you guys don't think that people are looking up to you in hopes that you have an answer for whatever they're going through, then you're sadly mistaken. They're definitely doing that. They're looking up to you and they're trying to figure out what's going to happen next. These are teenagers. These are kids that are looking up to Billie Eilish and a lot of people in Hollywood. I remember when I was a child, I acted as a child, so I was looking towards music and things to figure things out in life with girlfriends and regular life. I would, of course, talk to my father and my mother and God's, but music would help me through a lot of things before it got political. I'm not saying that those are not talented people. They're still talented people, but they're making idiotic, non-conscious, and non-talented decisions. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section down below. All right? Because if I have said anything that made you think, got your wheels spinning, rolling around in your head, just going consciously, logically, and effectively, atomically and physiologically, I can't say that word. Atomically and physiologically. Why can't I say that word? You know what I'm trying to say, physiologically. Physiologically? You know what I'm trying to say? I used to take autonomy and physiology. There it is. I couldn't think of it. It was a long time ago. Physiology and autonomy. What's important is not that word that I was trying to figure out just now. What's important is if you have your mind connected and you have a little bit of common sense, pray to God for everything else, logic and all of that. But don't follow in the footsteps of people who are not trying to protect you and the things around you. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. This has been the Jay Rovato Show. And until next time, which is in about 5 to 15 minutes, I love you. And you know I do. We're going to go live next with Donald Trump making some better decisions for the country. Thank you for watching the Jay Bravado Show. And until next time, I love you. Like I said, please leave a comment down below and like, subscribe, and share. It's been the Jay Bravado Show.